this computer. Okay. Go ahead, Brenda.
Okay. Oh, can you see?
Yep.
Okay, I have a split. I have the two monitors and it disappeared from the monitor I was looking at to my share screen. Is it the virtual kitchen that's showing?
Yep, it is. It's perfect. It's perfect, Brenda. Yep, you're there.
So she showed, and then she was going to do a training for my team on how to create one. And it was going to be like the next day, but I was just, I wanted really to, I really wanted to, I was excited about it. And so I'm pretty tech savvy. So I went into Google Slides. I kind of figured it out to myself. So basically, you look up, Google a kitchen, a blank kitchen, you find the kitchen that you wanted, and put that onto the Google slide. And then, you just take pictures and you use, somebody I think maybe mentioned it here, it's remove bg.bg, I believe, to remove some of the background of your picture. And that's how I just get the plain pictures without the background. Yeah, remove.bg.
Oh, yeah.
And then pasted it into the picture, where I wanted it, placed it, and then you right click, and let's see here if I can go back. Let me try to.
Oh, I see.
This is presentation mode, but you basically can right click on the picture when you're in Google Slides, editing it, and add the link. So you can add the link to marketing imagery video, or if you click on, let's see here, if you click on myself, it should go to a Facebook video, live video for me doing a video. You can do that. I've got the catalog link. Just go to the catalog page, interactive catalog link. I've got my door price. I copied I have a picture of the Pampered Chef door price slip, and it goes to my Google form.
So this, Brenda, this all goes back to your website then, your party, all these links?
That's yes. Yeah, not to the party. So the welcome big blue, teal green, teal picture, welcome to the party. Right now, this isn't set up for anybody's specific party. So if you click on that, it's going to go to my PWS.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
So do you have to change that link with everything that you share, every party that you share?
Yes. So
Okay.
basically, to duplicate this to another party, you go into, and I'm not sure if I can, I'm not sure how, okay, if I can drag it down.
The other
I'm
way
just not sure how
to put a
oh, wait, let's see here.
Patty.
I'm not sure how to mix that top bar, but just like if you're in a Google Doc, you go to File, and then you duplicate it or copy. You make a copy. Yeah, make a copy, and then you just call it, Nancy Joe's virtual kitchen party.
Okay.
And then you put in the only link I changed is that square welcome to Brenda's party. I'd be welcome to Nancy Joe's party, and change that link. I even have, if you click on the PC sign in the back, I made a Google album with just one photo that says, for an extra entry into the door prize drawing, send me a message with the secret word. And I think in my welcome video that I created, I don't know if I connected it to the word cloud yet or not, but it says, watch out, be on the lookout for a secret word to get an extra, so that they, make sure to have them. And you can do one screen, or you can do 3 screen, how many of our screens. I've been just playing around. So my plan is, and I have one host that's doing this right now, is just basically, I use kind of like the words from the texting party. I think it was like Paula Brockner's texting party that she shared, that I picked up at one training or another. And I kind of just tweaked it a little bit. Just instead of saying, look at the post, take a look at the products on the virtual kitchen for my invitation method. So basically, it's just like a, a texting party. Or, the share the link party, and then I'll, in a couple days, I'll follow up and have the host, send out reminders, etc. But yeah, so I've had it once. I had a new team member. Oh, she wasn't on Facebook. She got put into Facebook jail. So she got locked out of her account. So she couldn't do a Facebook party. So I was trying to think and knew, about texting parties, etc. But just at that time, my team member had shared this, and I thought, oh, let's try to run with that. That looks fun. So she had a $300 party, but I don't think she messaged a lot of people, sent out the link to a lot of people. So I think that was her thing. And now she's doing a Linktree party because she was having a little bit hard time opening up the documents, etc. But
So Brenda, you have
I
3
think it's fun.
pages. You have 3 pages I noticed on there. So is it just because you wanted to add
Yeah.
products in there? Is that why?
Yeah, I wanted to add some more products, and then I had the 2 because I was just playing around kind of thing with it.
Yeah.
And then I figured I wanted to put like an introduction type of a post in there too, that welcome kind of post.
Yeah. So do you know how many products you actually cover with this? I'm just wondering. You have I mean, it's really good. Like, it's great.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All the links.
Well, she's got the catalog in there, so really.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm like, wow. I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
products that she's covered. I don't even know if.
Yeah, I figured one's breakfast and one's lunch. 11, 12, 13.
Oh,
14,
wow.
15,
Okay. Didn't notice that, but that's good. Yeah, that's a good way to do it.
About 17, 18, 19, about 19 or 20 products.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Brenda, do you think, and maybe it's just me, do you think on another Monday you could like start us from scratch on how to do this and how to add, and we could get a video on how to, because you're using this just as your party plate, right? I mean, you're not putting this on Facebook, right? Are you putting this
No,
on?
I think wants to, kind of put it on her Facebook, her personal page saying, hey, I'm having a virtual kitchen party, Pampered Chef online party. Come
So
check
this
out
is
the
just one
kitchen.
post. This is like 3 posts that you've got. So,
Yep.
and they can just go and play in there and then go right to I love this. See, another way to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
and I covered, the Google, the door prize slip, the Google form is in there. You click on the computer up near the food chopper and it takes you to the Be a Consultant page, all about being a consultant. If you click on our lovely PC light there on the counter, it brings up to the special offer, special offer link on your personal website, the offers.
Yeah.
For all the host and guest specials. So I've got kind of everything covered
Yeah.
in there.
I love that. So you had to go in and you had to actually remove background from every single product. And then you had to add it in there, right?
Pretty much, yeah. But it was very easily to do.
Okay. From Canva, is that how
Copy
you
and paste.
remove background?
No, it's a website called remove.bg.
DBG. Wait, what is it?
B as in Brenda,
Okay.
G as in gorilla.
Background.
Mm-hmm. Oh, got it.
A lot of people that are Google certified or are, can take this idea and run. I want to thank you in advance for being willing to teach us how to do this
Yeah.
next time.
And you can really make it fun. I mean, you could have like a fajitas and margaritas type party and put all the products related to fajitas and margaritas
Yeah.
in there, for example.
Well, especially if you can take and copy, and if you can copy the whole thing, and then can you go in and say, find the link, find this link and change it to this link? Can you do that to change the party links? You know how you can do that on
Like on a Google Doc. That I'm not sure of. It's just that the only link that you'd really, for me, well, of course, everybody else, if I share this, like, for example, with everybody and they wanted to copy this, the same thing, yeah, you would just have to go in and change
Change each one.
each one to your website versus
Yeah.
my website. But most of the products just take you to my personal website link of that
Okay.
product per se. And then when they're ready to shop, they click on that party banner.
Okay, so
Um,
that's, so have you
and then,
had
like,
any problems with people just shopping outside of the show?
Like I said, I've only done this once with my newest team member, like last week. She just submitted a $300 party, and I have one that's just starting now. I think the host is going to be sending out the message
Awesome.
later on, or I mean, sometime today. She had a shower to do this week. And you can connect like a Google photo album. Like, for example, instead of connecting to the offers page, I think it was with a Linktree party. I saw somebody did like a host special kind of bookings kind of Google photo album. So there's lots of opportunities. In the balloons, I created a link, kind of like a menu of the parties that I would like to offer my guests. So they can kind of read down and see all the parties that I offer.
Love it. This was
So-
very, I love it.
Creating a photo album and linking it as well.
Awesome.
I do love that.
So creative. Thank you, thank you.
I am
thank you.
Also, but I like this where it's kind of more of a visual, and they can see more of me as well, because you can put in your welcome, and I'm sure there's lots of opportunity in table as well. I like this is fun.
This is great.
Fun. Awesome.
Like I said, I just started with it, but
Love it.
we'll see how it goes. Thanks.
Okay.
So you can do this in table too?
Well,
Say that again.
I would, with this type of actual kitchen, I would probably just put the link in there from the Google slide link.
Oh,
Two table, is that what you're saying, Brenda? Two table, is that what you're
In
saying?
the table, yeah. If I wanted to use this Google, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because table has a virtual kitchen. They have this
Yes.
feature.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not everyone is on table yet, but,
No, right.
but let's,
Exactly.
thank you very, very much for
Oh,
doing
thank
this.
you.
We will reach out to you, Brenda, to
Sure.
maybe we can just even do a separate class, or something,
Mhm.
Yep,
That was
sure.
awesome.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yep. Okay,
Thanks.
so, all right, so let's see. Brenda Hayward. Right. Haywood, excuse me.
And it's Wood,
Haywood.
WOOD. Haywood.
Haywood.
Yep.
There we go. All right, so let's put, did everybody put all the different types of parties while Brenda was doing that? Was there any other ones? I'm gonna save this chat so we can
Oh,
have.
Leah put something in there. Leah Bushnick. Leah, where are you, Leah? You were sharing.
Right
something.
here. What did I put in the chat?
No, she was asking about like different types of parties. So I noticed that you had put something in there. Can't find it now because now I have to scroll all the way
The
back.
types of party, I think it was just Nancy Joe's question, what type
Oh,
of
okay.
parties they're doing right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So was
Yeah.
there anything different? Was there any other?
No, my most successful right now are my live stream parties. So, but I'm not, don't have me talk. I'm not a professional when it comes to,
You are talking. So what are you doing next?
I'm just pampered on that one. Not perfect, let me tell you, but
That's okay. Is a live stream? So like the Zoom party is what you're doing?
yeah, I have a setup on my island. Christina Bailey was doing them and with
Yeah.
the Zoom parties, and I kind of jumped on board last year with them, and I don't know, I love them. And so Nancy Jo was talking about live parties, and I have a lot of people that wanted live parties, and I have a host that hosts like pretty much every year, and she's always done live. And when I called her to set up her party, she's like, "Ah, I really wanted a live show." And I said, well, I have the next best thing. And her party was actually $1,200. It's not closed yet. And
Wow.
she's got 2 bookings from it so far. So she's very excited. This is, her normal is like 700. So she was like, oh my gosh, I hit 1,000. I can't believe it.
So
Can I ask you, did you just go, you didn't Zoom it, you went live stream to the Facebook event?
So when I say live stream, it's a Zoom event, just like what we're doing now, but I'm in my kitchen. I have a really cool setup. And
is it?
I literally tell people that I said, this is the best type of party. If you love live parties, this is the best type of party in this environment that we're living in right now. I said, because instead of me being in your house and only coming with a small bag of products, you get to come to my house virtually and get to see anything you want, because I own the entire catalog. So I have and I always have my daughter or my husband or somebody around. And if you have a product that you're looking at, and I always give them the link to the virtual catalog. And I said, you can look through this while I'm talking, and on your phone or whatever. And I tell them, if you see a product you want to see or see how it's done or used, just let me know, type it in the chat. I have the host keep, look out on the chat. And during her party actually lasted almost 2 hours. My demonstration was done after 45 minutes. I was done. Wow. And I was like, okay, I'm going to hop off. And they're like, oh, can you show us this? Can you show us this? I'm like, oh my gosh. And it lasted for like another hour. And, yeah, the sales went flying. One lady was like, okay, I totally need to do a party. How do I do that? Yeah. And her party is next Sunday. And then
what's your totally cool setup? Do you have it set up right now?
Yeah.
I know, I'm like, okay, what is a totally cool setup? Does anybody else? Did that intrigue anybody else?
Yeah.
So I bought a $35 tripod from Target. And I have a little, oh my God, what do you call the videos that sit on here?
You mean a camera?
Yes, a camera.
Okay.
So I have the camera on the tripod.
Like a camera? Okay.
Yes, that's exactly the one I have.
Yeah. And you have it on the tripod.
I have that actually connected to the tripod.
Okay.
And then I have that connected to my laptop, which is sitting just under the tripod. I have my mouse, so it's out by my hand because my island is about 5 feet distance. So that way they can see me, they see every one of my product behind me just about, and they see like all of the major ones, the electronics, my knife block. And then over my stove, I did what Tim and Sandy had done. Tim had a, one of our arms, hang on, I'll show you.
A light. I love this game we're playing.
Halo. It's one of these guys.
Oh yeah, I have that exact same.
So I have one too, sitting on my desk. I have them on the corner of my my island, and then I have one over. I clip it over my my stove, which is right behind me in my main video. So I literally have 3 setups, and I can switch like we do when we spotlight somebody. I can switch from each one so they can see me up close at my stove. If I want them to see something where I'm like, oh guys, you got to look at, this small little object which is a lot of our stuff, little tools, then they'll see my phone real close up on the other one that's clipped to my countertop.
So you have a camera, you have your computer and your phone, and what's the third one?
No, so my computer is not my camera. My computer is just where I see everybody.
You have
And I have, so that's on the tripod, that's one. Then my camera or my phone is another. And usually I'll move my phone from my countertop to my stove. That way my phone is my second camera.
Is that on a tripod? Is that on a tripod too?
Nope. That just goes into this guy. And I have 2 of these set up in the kitchen, one over my stove and one clipped to my countertop. And so I just moved this and leave that sitting there. Okay. So, you are in, so you have to, when you enter Zoom, you have your 2 places in Zoom. So you have one as you and then one as you. Yeah. So I do have to be cautious because I have to make sure, and I did have an issue because I do poll games during my Zooms. And that was really fun. Linda McGuire taught us about doing polls in our shows or in our team pages, team Zoom meetings. And I
Mhm.
started doing that and I was like, "Oh, why am I not doing these as games in my Zoom parties?" So I do that as a game. And I have two of them.
What are the poll games that you do? What are the two?
Yeah, so one of them I do is, and I just did this for the host, which was super fun, is how well you know the host. And that it, I can't even remember what my crazy name of it is, my title. But those are questions that'll come one at a time. And it's just whenever I have a minute, like if I'm food shopping or something, and I'll mute myself and everybody will answer questions about the host and see who knows the host best. And then the host gets to see, who knows her. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that you do that. Oh, like that. And then they get to chat a little bit more. And then the other one is, are you a Pampered Chef junkie? And that was the one I started with my team. And that's like a lot of the ones that we got from home office back in October. Where they would say, how many, like when did Pampered Chef start? 1980, like how many items were in our original catalog, 72, but I kind of take it up to my like kind of silliness. And I say, who started Pampered Chef? And, was it Julia Child? Was it Doris Graham? Or was it, and I'll just name like, Rachel Ray or whoever, like, I'll just be silly. When was Pampered Chef started? Was it 2020? Nobody likes that year. And then it'll say, was it, 1980 or was it 2006 AD? So that's, I just be silly with my questions. And so nobody really gets the wrong answer. But it's fun and they like it. And then, so that one I do. And then like, if I get like that bored or whatever, or not enough interaction, then I'll do a seek and find. And those are ones where I'll show them, hey guys, look, you're seeing the pampered part of my kitchen, but you don't see the dirty dishes, and I'll like turn it and be like, okay, so I'm going to give, prize points to anybody that can, go show me a dirty dish. I want to see a dirty dish. And like, I had one show that a lady was sitting in a recliner because she had broken her foot. And so she's like, hun, go get me a dirty dish. Hun, go do this. Like, and she's just demanding all of her people and everybody was laughing. So it's just that interaction that we normally do at people's houses that Nancy was saying. I'm having so much more fun because they get to be here. They get to see my family and, it's real. It's me. And then for my local hosts, I do DoorDash. So when I'm all done cooking, like the other day, I actually did my May show for my host because she's such a good host, because she really wanted the Tex-Mex roll-ups and I'm featuring those in May and because they're on the Grill Griddle. And so I ended up having her husband come and pick them up the next day. Sometimes they do it that night, but most of them will come the next day and pick up the food. So they still get the food that I make. The only problem with that is I will say my family doesn't eat. So I usually have to have like, if I do a quick cooker recipe, I have 2 quick cookers. So I set the second quick cooker up. So I'll always have a second batch of whatever I'm making to make sure that my family will have something afterwards. But
Well, Matt, that's really over and above. I don't know that we need to send the food home with them because they could cook with you, certainly. Because the only other thing, here's the liability girl showing up. When we go into someone's home and they buy the food products, or the items that we use, it's on them if there's an issue, okay? So I would be really careful in sending them food from your house.
a
Just,
lot of my hosts are like Michigan, Georgia. They're not going to come.
Okay.
And it's my local ones that are my repeat hosts that work with me a lot. So I'm not too concerned about that.
Right.
And I always give them, it's like my freezer meal workshops. I give them the repeat instructions and anything like that. Stuff
Yeah.
like that. So,
it's just people are strange today.
oh yeah, they are. That's why I never do it for somebody that's like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
But
But Leah, we want to see this. I mean, do you record? Do you record your show?
So I do Facebook changed all of their algorithms with Zoom, and so it sucks. But so I usually go live into a group. So I'll set up a Facebook group. I know Christina Bailey does hers in events, and I tried events. I did not like the events. I did not like how Post My Party couldn't go into the events. I didn't like how my host had issues inviting in the events. So what I do is, depending on the day that they are doing my show, like the one for Sunday, I will have 3 days before the show that are my like pre-posts, and I have some fun, different interactive stuff. And that's when the show is really kind of starting. And then 3 days after the show, the actual live event. So people that are on Facebook, they get to see it. But if they don't get to be at the Zoom event, they could still watch the demonstration. So that's the difference.
So, but is it,
So it's recorded, but it's recorded I only do it live into that group. So somebody has to be part of that Facebook group to really see it. If that makes sense.
Gotcha.
And that's where I go kind of live there too.
We can't grab those videos anymore. I mean, it's just, although I think Tiffany
You-
found the app
You
that can do-
technically can, if you download a Friendly app
Yeah,
that we had looked at a couple weeks ago. I think we talked about a little alien looking one. And that works pretty good. I actually downloaded it on my computer. It's a little bit different, so it doesn't quite download, but I'm not worried about whether like those live stream shows, I don't really care. I mean, when we're done with a regular party at somebody's house, we don't have it recorded. So
right.
it's kind of the benefit of being able to do it that way.
I was just thinking of using it as a training.
Right, for us. So either you could let me in one of those groups and I could get the recording, or if you wanted to do something for us.
So technically, I'm not going to tell everybody this, but I guess I'm going to tell everybody this. My Poise Through Promotion ladies, my director ladies that we're working with, we actually are doing a training on the 3rd, and it's my turn. So I'm going to be doing a live. They asked me to do a live. I did it for them last couple weeks ago, and they loved it, and they wanted me to do it for everybody. So all 6 of our teams are getting together on the 3rd on my Zoom, and I'll be doing a live then. So, and I'll be actually featuring the new consultant kit, like the basic kit, because they liked my demo that I did. It's just fajitas and Ritas, and they wanted to be able to showcase that kit to be able to use it as recruiting. And that's because I do that too with my team.
So you are going to record that and share it with us so that we can add it to our training. Is that what you're telling us?
How about if it comes out good?
Or how
You have
about
one that
if-
you already did that you want to get, if you already have one that you want to let.
Perfect, ladies, not perfect. Okay, I just have a lot of
it's
fun.
okay, but I'm thinking for the training on this, Leah, this is brilliant. And I think that if you have a group that, if you have a video that you already have, I'll figure out how to download the video. If you want to add me to it, then I can just, I can go in there, grab the video, and then
I can send you the video.
Okay.
That's
or
fine.
Leah,
Okay.
Yeah.
you could use my Zoom link and there'd be 500 spots.
Yeah, sure. Let's start with the 50 or the 100 that I have instead. Like, let's just start low for me.
But you know what, Leah, it's your natural personality and the fun that you're having. Nobody wants to see Julia Child, or they want, I mean, I'll never forget, and I know I've used this example before, I got to get some new examples, but I'll never forget that little live that I did that one time, and I thought I had turned it off, and I said, my whole face went to, that was terrible. And I was still live, and I was so embarrassed. And I go, oh my gosh, that was horrible. What the heck? And that thing got more likes and more, no, it wasn't terrible. You're just natural, and you're da, 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 da. And it was just hysterical because the most I ever got was when I screwed up. So don't be
We're our own
afraid.
worst critics, I know, but,
We are, but you know what? People want to see real live. That's why they're connecting with you. And that's why they want to see you. And it's not about being poly perfect. It's about being real. It's about
Yeah.
being real.
Well,
But
I think that's
whatever you're
why-
comfortable with.
I think that's why the directors really wanted, when we were talking about where our strengths are, and they were all like, I don't want to go live. I don't want to go live. Because all of you, NEDs were actually saying, do a live, go live on your page, Facebook groups, etc. I don't have a problem looking like an idiot, I guess. So I will go live and be strange in my own kitchen.
So Tara said it best. She said, Tara Lee, it helps those of us that aren't perfect either, helping us to
Be courageous.
courageous.
Yep.
Courageous. Yeah.
So honestly, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it really isn't a bad thing. So
Yeah.
we would love it. We would love it.
And in this day, this is what we're trying to say. There is so many ways to host parties and so many different, like I love the thing that Brenda showed us. How do you like to party? There's so many different ways. And one of the things I wanted to, and I know we're already over time, but I want you to look back at last year and see what you did in May, June, and July, okay? Or April, May, and June. April, we're closing up already. So let's just do May and June and July, all right? And I want you to look at what you did in 19, and I want you to look at what you did in 20. I'd love for you to analyze your numbers a little bit and say, okay, we all know what was different in our world about that time, but what did I do differently in my business, okay? Did I do 5 shows in 19 and did I do 20 shows in 20, okay? What was it that I did differently for me and what was it that I did differently for my team? And how can I reproduce that so we can get the same kind of paycheck, okay? Because let's face it, we have more people on our teams this year, all right, than we did last year in May and June, okay? And we have product, we have way more product. Even if we're missing a few, no big deal. We have way more product. We have the shipping issues that we had in the summer and fall last year. We don't have the shipping issues, okay? So we have things in place to have a super successful next 3 months like we did last year. And we're doing more parties. We're having more ways to party. So the ingredient is us, right? So it's what we're gonna put into it like we did last year because, people just got stimulus checks again. People are buying like crazy. They're still cooking. And one of the things I would love for you to do is look at your numbers so that you know what you did and what's different now and what you need to do to get there again, if you want to get there again. Some people, I talked to one of my gals and she said, I never want to do that many parties again. Okay. And in 1 month's time, it was too much. But we also had we learned how to do mega parties or block parties, right? We learned how to put multiple people on the Zoom channel at once, have 3 or 4 hosts on one party to do something live. We don't have to do it 4 times. But so I want you to really take a look at your numbers. I used to be in the accounting world, guys, and numbers don't lie. They are something that they just are, okay? So look at your numbers from last year and from this year, and what is the difference? And some of you might even want to do a blend, add 19 and 20 together and divide by 2 and say, okay, so this is my new goal. If 20 was too much and 19 was not enough, then do your new goal. Or maybe for 3 months time, you wanna kill it and have that kind of summer that you had last year and do it again, because boy, that changed your abilities to be able to do some things like Marie, #Lake Life. She bought a house, on the lake. And, if that wouldn't have, probably if those 3 months wouldn't have happened in Marie's life, she wouldn't be doing that. So what changed in your life? what goal do you have that you want to change something in your life? You want to hit it hard for 3 months, or 4 months or whatever it is. Because I really believe that the fall, because our fall was less than what it was the year before, okay, for many of us, because of product and shipping issues, okay? So I think this fall, if we do this spring, summer right, this fall is going to be crazy awesome. All right, it's going to be crazy awesome. So, but we need to do the groundwork ahead of time. Does everybody understand? You need to know what your goals are. You need to know what to do. That's why we talked about bookings, different ways to do shows, give you the birthday thing, just ask people if they want to raise funds for something, and a good example, at the club I belong to, they do their big fundraisers, leukemia and lymphoma, and they do for 3 months. They work on all the different sub clubs in the yacht club, do all these events and all these special things where they're raising money. And over 18 years, they raised $750,000. Well, this last March, we raised over 100,000 in 1 year. So people are giving, people want to help. People, for some reason, a lot of people have some extra money. So, well, and not for some reason, they're not spending the way they did before. They're not going out to eat like they used to. They're not going through the drive-through like they used to. They're doing things different. And the last thing that I wanted to talk with you about was I would like to do some fresh summer meal plans. Okay. We've done I think we're going to have a 5th one for May 1st for the freezer meal. And I'm thinking we should have some fresh summer meal plans where we can, I want you to send me your favorite summer recipes. Okay. Things, I want to do a thing where I'm going to teach you how to do not only a menu plan, but a true grocery list. So you're not overbuying. So you're not buying a 5-pound bag of potatoes and only using 3 of them on there. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to do that the way we used to do 10 at a time. Save you lots of money on your grocery list, but it's fresh. It's yeah, maybe you'll get some chicken and some pork chops and some burgers or whatever for the freezer, but you're eating more fresh. So I'd love for you to send me at Tools for Success some of your favorite recipes for summer with the pictures if you can. Okay. And then we're going to take and put together some menus, or maybe even just an e-cookbook that you can go through and do it yourself, but I think that would be fun. Like I have Good Company salad is one of my favorite things that I was at someone's house and they served this to me. And it's just one of my very favorite salads. A lot of my friends, Marie and Patty and them, have all had Good Company salad. That will be in there, served it with grilled asparagus and grilled chicken and the salad. And that was beautiful summer dinner, So would you guys do that for me? Would you send me over the next week, send me those recipes and we're going to put together some fun things for the summer that aren't necessarily stews and soups and things that are heavy. Let's lighten life up and share our favorites, share our favorites. Marie and Patty, do you have anything else that you wanted to share?
No, I love your favorite recipes. Marie's going to do new spring products. So.
I'm going to make it as quick as possible. For those of you that haven't, if you're wondering, the cob knobs come in a case. They've turned gray and you get four sets. So there's 8 of them in there. For $59, the Cool and Serve is a 9x10. And just so
13.
you
9x13.
9x13, what did I say? Okay, and it is $59. It does have this part that comes out so you can make any of those Jell-O creations or ice cream cakes or the cold whipped cream, Cool Whip kind of cakes. And then it would fit inside the 9x13. it's got the 2 hockey pucks and then has the lid. So I definitely think it's going to be great for the holidays, 4th of July, summer entertaining. I think it'll be a very usable one, fit in your fridge. You know, just, I think a really convenient size. And then the two new barbecue spices are gonna go along with ribs. So I would think our quick cooker and our root beer rib kind of recipes, these will be phenomenal to do with that. And so I'm assuming all of you have earned it, so you should be getting them in the next, I think, May 10th or so. They should be.
Marie, I don't think that they have egg slots on the other side.
No, they don't.
No.
They
Do
don't.
not.
No, they're just, I'm sorry, I didn't look at any chat. But no, but I don't know about you, but I have like a recipe with graham cracker crumbs and like a pretzel jello, those kinds of.
Layer cakes, yeah.
There's 2 recipes I think that are gonna come with it. They said it in the video. We don't have the recipes yet, but like one's like an Oreo thing. And I guess, I forgot what the other one was. I just had it. But anyway, so one I know is.
Yeah,
like
I definitely think a whole 4th of July story around the new products with ribs on the grill, corn on the cob, some red, white, and blueberry thing. Do you remember our red, white, and blueberry pie with the blueberries and the white chocolate?
Yeah.
I could see a version of that being in here. So anyway, I think it's right on point, or all kinds of salads. You know, why not use it for your salads? And I like that you could take that inner container and have it in your fridge, and then you're set to go to the party and put it in there. So I think it's a
7-layer dip.
7-layer dip.
Yeah,
Phenomenal idea.
Well, that's the one that that's one of the recipes I think that and the Oreo cookie cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
those are the ones that-
Oh, my ice cream sandwiches, that was a good one. Yeah.
That was great. When I did it at shows forever, it was
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
Cool,
So-
cool. And, go ahead, Marie.
No, I think it's right on point for the summertime. I think it'll be these are good sellers. So.
And we need to be really, really clear with all of our directors that the free for all level 1 and 2 for May and June,
Yes.
you need to earn those products, you guys. They're not in the director package, and you really want the May one.
Right.
Have they updated that though? Because when they first told us last month what the levels were, it was 1 and 2 for May and 1 for June. But then it got put out that it was 1 and 2 for both. And I tagged PC in it and Director Success, but they never answered back on the post.
It's a huge product line. So yes, it's 1 and 2 for both May and June for the director package. And each level.
Okay, so it was a slip up on the national call.
6,000. So I can't remember. Is it $1,500 worth of products? It's a lot.
really.
Yes.
A lot.
I don't remember the number. So, so don't quote us, but seriously, you guys, you're gonna definitely want to ramp up May and June. Make sure that, and notice the dollar amounts are different. Normally it's, 500, 750 and 1,500. It is 1,000 and 2,000, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. For May, is it the same for June?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys, you really, really, really want this because we have to realize too, you guys, because we're dealing with 100,000 consultants now, it's not like they can't give us one and have us earn one. It's 200,000 pieces. They just can't do that. They have to adjust this. So it is going to be the new norm. And it's been the norm for a little while. We just don't pay attention to it. We don't remember when things change, So anyway, but you're definitely going to want to get that in there and be excited. What do you want for your business? It's up to you. It's up to you. It's there for the taking. And what are you going to do to get those kind of paychecks that you had in April and May last year? Are you going to add more people to your team, or are you going to do it yourself? That's the two questions. You're going to promote more directors. How are you going to achieve your family goals? because you can do it. All right. Anything else?
No, this was good. I'm kind of excited. Thank everybody for sharing.
Wow.
Yes, that was awesome. We're gonna have to get with Brenda and Leah.
A lot of great shit. Yeah.
We're gonna have to get with Brenda and Leah and talk with them about how.
All right, we're gonna get in trouble here. I'm pulling the hook on you, Nance.
Oh, I'm done. And so you said, Patty, stop the
Stop
recording?
the recording.
Oh, okay.
Stop the recording and then we can only